Everyone can hear me, correct? Yes. We were having some mic issues, so I want to make sure everyone can hear me clearly. Everyone seems fairly awake, so I'm happy to see that. Yeah, this is great. Thank you very much. I am great. Thank you for asking, Dan. We're super excited. We're going to get started now right away. Again, in the back, can folks hear me? Kyle, yes, no? All right, perfect. I'm not going to use a handheld. I'm not a fan of the handheld. So, who am I? Naveen Nigam, Head of Developer Ecosystems for North America. Ultimately, all the different ecosystem programs that we have that run in North America, the team follows through on that, seeing implementation, execution, whether we have to do some funding, sponsorship, and overall support. But this event is really unique, and we're super excited about it. It is the first time ever that we're doing a GDG Academy, and it is a direct result of feedback we received in regards to our GDG onboarding sucks. Period. And it was great feedback, because at the end of the day, we have to fix it. And feedback like that allows us to address these issues. And ultimately what it was, hey, we do all this effort, we put in all this effort to recruit GDG organizers, and then we say, here's the website, and go. And now everyone's kind of on their own trying to figure it out. And the unfortunate part is that we were doing this when we have so many resources available to GDG organizers. And so this event is exactly that. It is intended to make sure that if you are a new organizer, that we are here, you see who are your resources, where can you go, who can you talk to, and pick up the skills from people who are well experienced in this area. Folks who've actually done this for a while, folks who can say, you know what, these are common challenges, and this is how we can help you solve them. And really remove some of the barrier to entry on that first event, that second event. Now, that said, we are doing this now, but a lot of you have actually been organizers for a while now, 6 months to about a year. Our goal is to do this every 6 months, and that way we catch everyone who just joined in the last 6 months. But that's short-term goals. Our long-term goals is actually more than that. And what that is we actually have some sort of resource center. We actually have a good place for everyone to go. As soon as you join, you have access to all this information. We record all these talks. People can see all these talks. People know who are the right folks to go to. So we're really iterating on this. And for that purpose, I want to ask each and every one of you to please share feedback on this event. This is the first time we're doing it. Let us know this information was really valuable. This information wasn't. What we missed, what we need to add more to. So let us know all of that, because we're really going to iterate on this, and we're really relying on everyone here. So I always put this slide at the beginning, because I feel it's a little bit more genuine, to really say thank you to all of you. It's not in the end, thank you for listening to me. It's really thank you for what you all do. Let's call a spade a spade. You all are volunteers. You're doing this on top of everything else you do. Your job, your family. You take time away from your family, your work, and everything to help the community. It's so inspiring to see that all of you as organizers have signed up to say, let's help others around me. Let's empower others around me. And for that, this is why when we talk as a team of what we do, we really say, we don't do anything. It's the organizers. It's people like yourselves that do everything. And we are super, super, super appreciative of that. So genuinely, thank you. Now, yes, that's to all of you.
Thanks for sponsoring.
Anytime. To kick things off, code of conduct. There were community guidelines outside for photography outside as well. Make sure to read those. Code of conduct. It's really simple. Be excellent to each other. We have a zero tolerance for any sort of harassment. And that spans across everyone, not just everyone in attendance, the Googlers, any of the staff we have, across all boards. So if there's any issue, please let us know. I'm going to be showing who's here, so you'll see all the different faces, whether it's mentors, whether it's Googlers, everyone here, so you know who you can reach out to. If you go to the link, there's definitely resources available for you too on how to reach out to us if there are any issues. The way I've set up my presentation and my talk today is really just answer questions. I put up some questions, some really basic questions to kind of go through with everyone, and then I'm just going to be answering that. So that's literally what I'm doing. I'm answering questions today in front of everyone. So the first question, who's here? Yes, everyone who's here, raise their hand. Thank you. There we go. And so beyond that, we have a bunch of Googlers. So we have 6 Googlers are here. We have, and I'm going to go to the important people. Kubra. That is the one you need to know. All right? She's in the back over there. She is our community manager Jedi, jack of all trades, everything. If you need questions answered, you want someone to actually respond to your emails, she's the one. She is absolutely amazing at that. So everyone here should know her. You've been getting a lot of emails from her already. She's definitely your first point of contact and everything. We also have Laura here, who is representing women tech makers. Yeah. There we go. Thank you, thank you. And so for a lot, sorry?
Didn't try that last name.
I'm sticking first name basis for everyone. Everyone. That's how close I am to everyone. And so with Laura, as a new GDG organizer, understanding the importance of having a Women Tech Maker ambassador as part of your organizing team. If you have questions on that, if you have questions about IWD, you have questions on how we interact, GDGs and Women Tech Makers and whatnot, Laura is the person to talk to about that. We also have Madhusha when we talk about another program, and Madhusha is out in front right now. So he's out in front. But with Madhusha, he runs our GDE program in North America. So he works with the GDEs very closely. And again, for new organizers, it's a very important relationship that GDG organizers have with our GDEs, Google Developer Experts. And if you want to understand that, how do you connect? How do you make that connection? How do you work better with GDEs? How do you get them to speak at your events? Please talk to Madhusha about that. The other 3, Uttam, myself, Kyle, we are ultimately looking and running overall North America. Uttam is actually the global lead. He leads all community programs globally. And you're going to be hearing from Uttam, Kyle, and myself in just a bit. Kyle's your regional lead for North America. A lot of you know him. And that's it. Those are the important people. All right? So we also have GDG mentors. So first and foremost, can I have all the mentors please stand up? You're a mentor. All right. I cannot emphasize this enough. Hands down, the most important resource GDG organizers have are your mentors. So once again, a big round of applause for the mentors. Thank you so much. Thank you. Now, I strongly urge everyone, if you haven't already, as part of the onboarding email, we were introducing you to your mentors. Spend time with your mentors. Even if you don't ask them the questions, they'll have answers to those questions that you're not asking. And that's the beauty of it. They've done this. They are mentors because they have been successful in running community events at scale, and they've actually gone beyond just their community. They've actually been helping many other communities as well, and that's the beauty of our mentors. They understand the importance of that. They understand the challenges, and they've been asked these questions many times before. How do I do this? I'm having so much trouble getting a venue, getting sponsors, whatnot. They've been experienced to that. They've been exposed to that. Please, please, please reach out to them. To the point that sometimes when questions are actually coming to Google, we actually add the mentors back in, give a generic response, and we actually say, the mentors can give you more details on this. And so, again, see all these beautiful faces up here. Make sure to reach out to them and spend some time with them. And the rest, the new GDG organizers. We couldn't list everyone, put everyone's pictures up, but we're actually putting up all the regions that are here. So once again, a huge thank you from all of us for doing this and being here today. That's right. Now, I did lie a little bit when I said that I'm going to be answering questions. Some cases, I'm not going to be the one answering them. I actually want to reach out to all of you and have you answer these questions. This is an example of that. Why be a GDG organizer? I'm sure a lot of us are curious. Why have we decided to do this? Take time away from our family. Take time away from our work. In some case, risk our jobs because of all the work we're doing here. Why do this? So I'm actually going to bring it back, and say, is someone interested in sharing why they decide to be a GDG organizer? If you put your hand up, we're going to get a mic to you. All right, here we go. Start. Thank you for being the first to volunteer. All right.
I'm from GDG Academy Summit. Why be a GDG organizer? What motivated me was that we are volunteers by heart. Like me and my team, we have been volunteering in a lot of community events which were non-technical. And we felt we would do more due diligence if we start volunteering in technology which aligns to our career growth as well, where we can do much more effective and efficient ways of bringing other people on board, especially cloud was one of those where we found there was a huge demand, the supply was really it was a challenge. And when I started the quick labs on my own, I found that there was a lot of things that could be improved as compared to AWS, which was my first learning path, and then I felt Google is going on a big spree in terms of moving and pushing them completely on cloud. So we felt being volunteer by heart and choosing a technical path to be a volunteer, you will do your due diligence at most. And it also aligns to everything that you do as part of your career growth. You learn a lot, you make great connects. So it's bringing together people. And look at this, like we have people from across North America, a beautiful connection that has been made. And I don't think this is possible through any other volunteering where I get to meet people from North America, from each of the states. So what could I ask more, right? So
Awesome.
Thank you for that.
Love that answer. Made us look good, too. Thank you. Anyone else? Anyone else want to share? Archie. There we go.
Hi, my name is Archie. I'm GDG 12 Montreal. I've been organizing 5 Kubernetes meetups across Canada, and we always have a problem to get Googlers to come. And I thought this is probably the way to connect Google and so far so good. Thank you.
Awesome. I love it. One more. Anyone else? All right, go ahead, Scott.
I'm Scott from Cleveland, and the short.
I'm Scott from Cleveland. The short. I looked around and I saw a lot of cities half our size that had great active communities, and we had nothing, and that had to change. And the only way it's going to change is if someone gets off the rear end and changes it.
Love it. Love it. Thank you. Thank you to all 3 of you. The theme that I got out of all of that is almost seeing a void. You saw a void and you decide to fill it. You decide to do something about it. And that's absolutely amazing. And you want to get connected with Google speakers. So yes, we had that as well. But again, that means there was a void there. And so if there was a void on that front, we're addressing that. And at the end of the day, this void and everything we're talking about, it comes down to community. And all of us, this is from GDG Miami, when we had a North America Summit in Miami, and it's about everyone getting together and working together and building for a community. And again, and so if you haven't noticed already, the theme of my talk is thank you. So once again, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for being a GDG organizer and recognizing why you're doing this for the community. Google recognizes that as well. And this is why Google actually says, we don't know communities. Our organizers know communities, and we rely on our organizers to give us that insight. We decided to do this in Boulder. We decided to go somewhere we haven't gone before as a program overall. And what we did was, since we were coming here, we decided to go around, talk to the organizers from the area, talk to other community leads from the area, and get insight in what makes Boulder unique, what makes Denver, what makes Colorado unique. And so what you'll see is as we do our events, we keep going to different areas. It's not always going to be Miami. It's not. Sorry. It's not. We're going to try changing it up so we can actually bring this sense of community, this sense of family over to other places in North America. And so you'll see us go around quite a bit. So you decide to be a GDG organizer. You decide to make it to the GDG Academy. What's in it for you? What are you going to get today? And so this is where I pitch the agenda. Can everyone see that? Yes, I'm sure. We're going to start off the morning with really talking about fundamentals. Uttam, Kyle, and myself are going to be talking, and what we're doing right now is why we're here. What are the expectations? What can you expect of yourself? What can you expect from the community? How do you build an actual membership group? How do you build a community and make it sustain? And then we have one more talk from a Googler, which is going to be Kubra's talk near the end. But everything else is actually, all our speakers are mentors. Just to emphasize and highlight the fact that our mentors are actually well aware of all these challenges that we have. So when you look at these talks, you're seeing that these are fundamental skill set or fundamental aspects of what you do on a regular basis that mentors are going to be addressing. And that's been the whole theme. So these are some of the pillars to what we want to talk about today. But like I said earlier, I really want to hear from everyone. It's like, did this cover the stuff that you needed? Did we need to go into some more fundamental, more basics, more elementary content? Or did we need to up-level it a bit? That, okay, you know what, if it's only everyone who's been around for 6 months, they picked up a lot of this stuff, what we really need is this. So please let us know. I get this question a lot. Why does Google do this? What's in it for Google? We're talking about GDG organizers. And the first spiel, and then I'll tell you the reality. So first spiel, we do it for the community. We do it for the community. We are aware that when you have communities that are well educated, well informed, well set up to know that there is a safe place for them to go to actually share, network, and learn, those communities thrive. And that is a reality. But then as a company, okay, yes, where's the bottom line there? Like, you're building these communities, great, where's the bottom line? And I'm going to tell you the truth, there is a vested interest for Google as a corporation in doing this as well. And it's quite straightforward. Feedback. We actually want feedback. And as we're building out these communities, as we're saying these communities are great, please build them, thrive, let these communities thrive, empower these communities, we're also saying we're pushing a lot of content. AR, VR, cloud, Flutter, TensorFlow. We're pushing this content out for you to actually share with your communities. When you're using this content, absolutely, you're going to have a positive experience in some instances and a horrible experience. When that's the case, let us know. Our team, the developer ecosystem team, is in a very unique position, actually very unique to Google itself, that while we're a separate team, we're not a product team, we have our hooks into every single product group at Google. And what that means is when you share feedback with us that, hey, we did this cloud study jam, and no wonder everyone's using AWS. and if we get that feedback, that's amazing feedback for us to take back to the GCP team. And I can't tell you all the number of times that we've taken feedback from the community and it has directly affected the product roadmap of a lot of our products. And that's how powerful that is. So yes, when we talk about building communities, we 100% stand behind that, but yes, the vested interest is the feedback. And so throughout, there's surveys, there are even sending an email. When you get that feedback, when you receive valuable feedback on any products, whether it's on our products or even the way we run our programs, let us know. That is our one biggest ask out of all of you. Please let us know. That's why we do it. So now, as we kind of wrap up on my thing so I can get everyone else talking instead, I really want everyone to spend some time to figure out what's your goal. As a GDG organizer, what's your goal? Why are you, like we've said, why we've decided to do this. Now what? What are you going to do with this opportunity? Now that you're a GDG organizer, what's the plan? A few nuggets over here. Your goal equals community goals, sure. Or not. At some cases, it makes sense that my goal is really whatever the community needs, I'm going to serve that. And so whatever the community goals are, those are going to be my goals as a GDG organizer. That's completely fine. At the same sense, if your goals are completely separate, my goal is to land a job, and something like this is a great way to do that. Meet new people. I'm an introvert by heart. Setting myself up like this, I'm building leadership skills. Purely vested interest as well, that's okay. The important thing is you need to know what your goal is. You need to be truthful to yourself. What are my goals here? And now let's build towards that. But one thing I will say, whether your goals are about yourself or whether it's about your community, the one thing you should always have is you need to know what your community wants. The reason why you are in the position you are is because you've taken an opportunity to be a leader in the community, but also because you have a pulse on what's going on in the community. As Scott was mentioning, I saw these groups everywhere else, but not here. That had to change. The people here needed something. As we were hearing from Toronto as well, as Ram was mentioning, that there's a lot of people interested in cloud. There's not enough supply of information going out there. You need to understand that from the community. So know that. When we talk about goals, though, again, and I'm sure everyone's already heard this, SMART, right? Make your goals SMART. Anyone who's not sure about that, SMART, specific, measurable, actionable, relevant, and time-bounded. So don't just say, yeah, and so something vague along the lines of, I want to address the community needs. That's great, that's a good start. What are those needs? At what point in time are you going to accomplish this by? And how are you going to measure whether or not you've succeeded in achieving this goal? Now, I'm not going to be having a whole talk on how to set up goals, but I am going to ask everyone to do something, and I'm going to explain to you what we're going to do with that information a little later. And the first part of that is, you can have a goal. I love this quote. But if you don't have a plan, it's daydreaming. And so please set up your goal and set up a plan that goes with it. So the ask is, everyone grab a phone, grab a laptop, grab a piece of paper, write down your goal. I want to actually give everyone 5 minutes. I know you may not have it all figured out, but whatever your goal as an organizer is, write that down. Maybe not 5 minutes because I'm running late. Let's give it maybe like 3 to 4 minutes, and then I'm going to explain what we're going to do with that. So everyone, no, seriously, everyone. Everyone, grab your phone, grab paper, laptop, whatnot, write down your goal. Think about it and write something down. If you don't have it completed, that's okay. Continue writing it, think about it. I know I've put everyone on the spot too, because it's a very high-level, fundamental piece that we're thinking about. What is my goal? Because now everyone is very good at being tactical, getting things done, making it happen. But when you're asked actually, okay, why are you doing this? What are you trying to achieve? It isn't easy. And so I appreciate everyone doing that. Here's the twist to it. There are a lot of people who don't know everyone. I want everyone to use this as an icebreaker. If you meet someone or if you see someone you don't know, hi, my name is Naveen. What's your goal as a GDG organizer? Start off the conversation that way. Start off the conversation asking what the goal is. As we learn more about other people's goals, we may start tweaking ours. We may start understanding the vested interest that everyone as an individual has. I'm going to take it one step further. Whenever we have a Q&A period, there's questions afterwards. If you stand up to ask a question, you will first start by saying, hi, my name is, and this is my goal. And then you can ask your question. I'm asking all mentors to apply that as well. If there are people asking them questions, please ask them in return. First, tell me your goal. Googlers are going to do the same thing. As you talk to Googlers, they're going to first want to know what your goal as a GDG organizer is, and then they will go ahead and continue talking and answering questions. This is really intentional for all of us to understand what our goal is and learn from each other about our respective goals. Now, with that, thank you once again. I'm really, like I said, really excited about all the content that we're sharing with everyone today. I'm really excited about the feedback that we can get from everyone and how we improve this and how we iterate on this. And please let us know, whether it's yesterday, whether it's today, how we set this program up, whether it's your hotel, your flights, all that stuff. Let us know how that all works out. And enjoy. Please make this interactive. Ask questions. I should have said this in the very beginning. If someone wanted to interrupt me, feel free to interrupt me and ask questions. It is about you. This program, this entire day is dedicated to new GDG organizers. If we're going down the wrong track, and if we need to change midway, like, you know what, we're going to stop talking about this because folks are interested in hearing about this instead, we will pivot. So please be vocal. And with that, thank you very much.